This is Captain Ash Aparim of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, and I would do this in 60 seconds, but I don't have that kind of luxury. Today just might be a little bit over 60 seconds. Hold on tight. You see the headline. This happened today. Tonight, tensions in the Middle East are escalating as Yemen's Houthi rebels officially enter the growing conflict between Israel and Iran. When it says tonight, it's really talking about the early morning hours of today, Saturday. According to multiple reports, the Iran-backed Houthis launched a barrage of ballistic missiles towards southern Israel early Saturday. Israeli defense systems intercepted at least one of those missiles, and no casualties have been reported so far. All right, we'll see. The attacks mark the first time the Houthis have directly targeted Israel since the current war began roughly a month ago, signaling a dangerous expansion of the conflict into a new front. You're damn right it is what you think was going to happen. A televised statement, Houthi military spokesman Yahya Saree said that the strikes were aimed at what he called sensitive Israeli military sites and warned the attacks would continue until regional hostilities stop. But that's the thing, that's not going to stop. The Lord is drawing them in to plead with them for his people Israel, blacks and Latinos and indigenous. Let me keep going. The escalation comes as Iran and allied groups across the region intensify their own strikes against Israel, raising fears of a broader regional war involving multiple countries and armed factions. Most High in Christ, that's how it's supposed to go. And guess what? This is only going to get worse before it gets better. Blacks and Latinos and indigenous, if you don't get back into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you're going to be out there just messed up. You, your family, your community, everything. You better listen to Commanding General Houthis of the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. But let me continue reading. Analysts say the Houthis' involvement could further destabilize global shipping routes and energy markets, especially near key waterways like the Red Sea. That's not the only thing that's going to get destabilized. America is going to get destabilized. All these countries around the planet is going to get destabilized. Why? Because now we're talking about the second coming of Christ. You thought that the second coming of Christ was coming with plush clouds and the kumbaya celebration. You was wrong. You was wrong. Had you listened to Commanding General Houthis of the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, blacks, Latinos, and indigenous, you would understand what's going on, but you don't. Because your pimp ass Christian leaders, they don't want you to know, because they themselves are a bunch of idiots. And our religion and our political leaders, of course, have failed us. But let me give you some more. For now, Israel remains on high alert as the conflict shows signs of widening beyond its original front lines. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be played out. Like, what you think, huh? Like, Commander General Houthis has been telling blacks and Latinos and indigenous for years, the ISUPK, since 1969, have been telling blacks and Latinos and indigenous for years this was going to be played out like this. The Most High now stepped in. The Most High is going to play with all these nations. We ain't talking just the Middle Eastern nations. We're talking China. We're talking Russia. We're talking Europe. We're talking all countries. All countries are going to meet up in that Middle Eastern region called the Valley of Jehoshaphat. And guess what? It's going to be on. Black people, Latinos, and indigenous, catch up. Get into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Shalom. Also, one more thing. All blacks and Latinos and indigenous, April 4th and April 5th. April 4th is the Passover, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, hosted by Commander General Houthis of the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. And April 5th is the first day of the beginning, in other words, or the opening, if you will, of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Don't forget that too, all right? Check out all social media for that information. But, like I said, shalom.